Welcome back to Stream the Story, everybody. We are going to get started with agent and author Ned Barnett on the line with us. And we're going to have a good time this afternoon. We're going to forget about all the drama and all the problems and all the hassles of the day. And we're just going to focus on writing and books and our love for The Sims 4. Welcome to the show, Ned. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, Brandy. Thank you a lot.
All right. So tell me a little bit about the book that you are currently working on.
Okay, the book I've been working on for the past 3 years, through several drafts and several versions, is the story of a man who had been a war correspondent over in Afghanistan for about 10 years. And then he was caught in a suicide bombing and nearly killed. And when he finally came out of a coma and started recovering, discovered that the same day that happened over in the Middle East, his wife back home was murdered.
Oh.
And his life has just been shattered. And his life has been a kind of an idyllic life to that. He had everything that he wanted. He had a great career, he had a lot of money, he really loved desperately, and she was pregnant with their first child. And life seemed to be coming together, and then it was all taken from him.
Yeah.
And he was trying to rebuild, and one of the things he decided to do was he didn't want to go back to the war. He never went for that. So he relocated to Las Vegas, or located in Las Vegas, his own property, and became a private detective. And on the first day of his job as a private detective, a woman walks in and says to him, Mr. Job, you've got to help me. Somebody's trying to kill me. And then almost immediately, somebody he can't see with a submachine gun standing out in the hallway outside of his office, opens fire with that machine gun and kills the woman.
Oh.
So he's got a mystery on his hands. The police don't want an amateur detective. The police is very contemptuous of him because they don't think he's a real detective. Don't want him fooling with it, but of course he has to solve it himself. And he doesn't know that the suicide bombing that nearly killed him, the murder of his wife, and then the murder of this client were all masterminded by a terrorist in the Middle East who he had crossed without knowing it.
Yeah.
And then had a personal vendetta against him, and was setting out to destroy the lead character's life in every way possible.
Okay. So let's
go ahead.
So let's focus on the lead character. What's his first name?
His name is Barry.
Is it Barry?
Yes.
Okay, and then the last name?
Job, Jobe.
Okay. Job.
Jobe.
All right.
But he's in that his whole life was destroyed after he had everything he wanted. He is a Job-like character.
Yeah. All right. And so his aspiration in life at the beginning of the story, what is it that he really wants to do with his life? Is he looking for love or fortune or knowledge, location, popularity, nature, family, food?
Well, at the time his wife was killed, he had planned to step down from being an overseas reporter and to actually have a family. He had a very dysfunctional family growing up, and he wanted to have a really nice, stable family.
Okay, so he wanted to build a large, loving household.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when that was all taken from him, his goal now is to be a detective, which is something that always intrigued him because he loved to read mysteries. But he really doesn't have a goal. He's lost. He doesn't know what he wants out of life because, and frankly, he's afraid to try to find anything in life because, as I said, everything that he valued was taken away from him.
Right.
And he was doing.
Yeah, and that kind of leaves you without a sense of identity in the middle of that. So.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to select 3 traits for him. We got 4 categories, so we'll pick 3 categories. We've got emotional, hobby, lifestyle, or social traits. Which one should we go for first?
Lifestyle.
Okay. So the lifestyles that are available.
He Yes. He has. Oh, you have a list of them?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he
Okay,
can
good.
be ambitious, a cat lover, a child of the islands, a child of the ocean, childish, clumsy, erratic, a dog lover, a dance machine, a glutton, a kleptomaniac, lazy, neat, materialistic, loves the outdoors, a slob, a snob, or a vegetarian. Those are our lifestyle choices.
Wow. Well, let's see. I'm trying to see. Those are the ones on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could see them a little better. Um, well, he is self-indulgent and almost lives in his own fantasy world.
Okay, so
Look at
let's.
one of his
So he's kind of self-absorbed, which would actually go back to our uh, the social traits. So that's the one that he's. So he's a little bit self-absorbed. Okay.
Yeah,
Would you call him is he highly intelligent?
very.
Okay, so he's genius level intelligent, and maybe the other trait would be is he? Let's see. We can pick from. He can be a perfectionist, a music lover, a bookworm, an art lover, or a geek. Or we can come over here and pick another of these emotional traits.
Okay.
The emotional
Um,
traits available are active, cheerful, creative, goofball, gloomy, hot-headed, romantic, self-assured, or unflirty.
oh, self-assured
Okay.
on the surface.
Yeah. Well, isn't that most people? Self-assured on the surface and a hot mess on the inside.
Exactly.
All right. So, how old is he? I mean, what's his
He's
relative?
in his he's in his early 30s.
Okay, so he's kind of still a young adult.
Yeah.
And is his voice on the lower end or the higher end of the scale?
Um, his voice is on the low end.
Okay, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when he walks, does he have a perky walk? Or, I don't know if you can see what's going on the camera right now. Snooty?
Not that.
Swagger?
Yeah, more of a swagger. He's a big man and he's self-confident.
Okay, or is he going to be maybe a swagger, or he could do the tough walk? But
Is that the tough walk there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks like him.
Okay, so that's his walk. All right. That kind of gives us a feel for his personality a little bit. Now, his hair, what is it? How does he wear his hair, generally speaking?
His hair is long, and he wears it in a ponytail, and it's blonde. When he's on camera, when he was on camera as a reporter, nobody could tell he had a ponytail because he always faced the camera.
Okay, so
It's kind of like his secret rebellion.
okay, so something like that.
Not that little man bun, a regular pony. Yeah, there. More like that.
Okay, all right.
And blonde.
And blonde hair.
Yeah.
White blonde or more of a golden blonde?
Um. Yeah, of course. There. That's it.
Okay, all right. And his eyes, are they big eyes or are they medium or small?
Um, that's about. I hadn't really thought about it, but that's about it right there.
Okay, and what color?
They're blue.
Okay. Really blue, or are they more of a gray blue?
Oh, really blue. Kind of shockingly blue. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and his nose, is it long and straight, or is it more Roman, or more spread out, or?
It's it's a little bigger than that.
Okay.
The shape is right. It's not quite as big as it needs to be.
Okay, so.
There. Yeah, that's it. On the first one there.
Okay, so let's go back to this one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, is his face shape? Is it kind of angular, or is it square jaw, or what's it got going on?
Um, he's got a face. It's got strong planes and sharp edges.
So it's pretty angular and then sharp at the chin.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And let's see. The ears, are they the attached or the detached or big or small, or how do they work?
That looks about right.
Okay. All right. And the eyebrows, are they thicker or thinner? Or right there?
No, they look pretty good.
Okay. All right. So here we go with Barry Job. All right. And is he a muscular guy? Really muscular, or has he kind of let himself go a little bit?
No, he stays in good shape.
Okay.
He was never an athlete, but he always stayed in good shape.
Okay. All right. And for his everyday look, what is he likely to wear?
Well, on the first day that he opens his business, he's wearing blue jeans with an ironed-in crease. He's wearing a fairly loud Hawaiian shirt.
Okay, so a really loud Hawaiian shirt. Got it.
Yes. And dressy blue jeans with a crease in them.
Okay. And what's his favorite color?
Blue.
Okay.
And he wears Bass Regions without socks.
Okay. Let's see about finding the right pair of blue jeans for him. No, that's sweatpants. Okay. No, that's not right. So pants.
I don't know if you can do it with the image, but he would not have his shirt tucked in.
Okay.
He has a concealed carry permit and doesn't.
So everything is loose, nothing tight.
Loose, yes.
Let's see if we can find a Hawaiian shirt that's not that tight.
Remember, this is Vegas, so
Yeah.
Casual is acceptable in business.
Maybe something more like that?
Yeah, there. Well, not that much chest, but yeah, that basically is the point of it.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we have some limitations in what we get to pick from.
That's fine. I'm just, that's fine.
Okay, and the shoes would be loafers?
Yeah, Bass Region penny loafers with no socks.
All right. Now, for his formal attire, let's say he's been invited to a formal event. What's he going to be wearing?
A formal event?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually the black shirt and the red tie works with maybe a black ermine coat.
Okay, so maybe with a black suit coat.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
we can get that look going.
I'd be hard pressed to see him going to a formal event, but if he did, that's what he would wear.
They don't really have the red tie going, but
there's one in there somewhere, I guess. There's a black suit with a red tie.
Okay. My husband says there's a black suit with a red tie in here somewhere, so we're gonna work on finding that. Oh, that's a red shirt with a black tie. Close.
Okay, well.
Let's see.
Some people, when they knew him in the overseas, said he looked like Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Who played Thor in the movies, and that was the image it was. And he shaved off his beard because of that, because he didn't want to be seen.
He didn't want to be mistaken for that kind of thing.
Yeah, but he has that kind of build and physique, and he carries himself about the way.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, and so let's say he's going out for a workout. What would he be
Yeah.
wearing? Pretty sure that's not the look we're going for.
Okay, he would if he was working out. Now he has a gym where he lives, so he would be probably working on things at a commercial gym.
Mhm.
Um, he would be wearing a ratty old t-shirt and uh, really short PE shorts.
Kind of like that.
Um, yeah, something like that. Oh, that was kind of underwear, but yeah, basically that.
Okay,
But
and
the shirt would be ratty. It would have something on it, and basically,
whatever he hadn't washed in
yeah,
a while.
yeah. It's just he working out for him is about you know sweating. It's not about fashion.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys are that way.
Yeah,
It's about getting
and
the job done, not about what you look like while you're doing it. All right,
exactly.
and then I'm guessing tennis shoes with black tennis shoes or white?
But actually, they would be black tennis shoes. The specific ones he would wear would be low top basketball shoes, Converse.
Okay, so
Um,
Converse. Let's look for those. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure we've got them in here.
so they're really low riding, not the ones that move up the ankle, the back of the you know hamstring.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
just old time basketball shoes with the low cut ones.
yeah. Okay, and then I'm guessing he would wear socks on that occasion.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So there we go. Pretty sure we can take off the bling. What do you?
Brandy, this is the call. I was afraid it was coming. I have to take it. I'll be right back
Oh,
with you.
okay, sure, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna put that on hold for a moment. So we'll just go ahead and save that file. All right. Whew. So welcome to the stream. If you haven't been following, we are talking with Ned Barnett. He is an agent and an author, and we're going over his latest book that he is currently working on called Murder on Camera, Film Live at 11. That's the working title for it. And this is his character, Barry Joe. And Barry's got a family aspiration. He wanted to have a big happy family, but then his wife was killed. And so he's taken up and become a detective and is kind of trying to find his way through life. And that's what the book is really about, as he's investigating a murder that takes place in his office. So, I wonder if we've got a better hair. I didn't realize it was kind of a French braid. Let's see if we've got something better. So funny. Some of these options are crazy. No. Although that's interesting that they have that hairstyle available. And yes, for those who don't play the sim and don't know, you can come up here and turn off the gender clues, and then
Hey,
you'll
Brandy,
be able
I'm
to see them
back.
all. Okay, great. I hope that was a good phone call.
It was. It was. We
Good.
got the issue resolved, and so thank you for your patience.
Absolutely. Hey, Becky! Great to
Hello,
see you in
Becky.
chat. This is Ned. Whoops. We didn't mean to put that back on. All right, so we're going to go into his regular look. And so he's going to get ready for bed. Does he wear boxers to bed or pajamas, or what does he wear?
He goes commando.
Hmm?
He goes commando. He doesn't wear
Oh,
anything.
okay. Well, we're not going to go there on this stream. We're going to go as close as we can get, but we won't go full commando. But all right, and I'm guessing that means no to the slippers.
Yeah.
All right. And here we go. All right, so he's going to a party. Let's say he needs to go to a party, a cocktail party for an event. What's he going to be wearing?
A cocktail party, kind of a high-end cocktail party.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's going on behalf of a client or something.
Okay, if he was going to go to one of those, which doesn't sound like him at all, but if he did, he'd wear what he selected for his more formal event.
Okay, so he would be basically in his the shirt with the red tie and yeah. Okay. Let's find where the button-ups are. Yeah, I'm sure that he would not be in there willingly. It would have to be a special occasion.
Yeah. Just to give you a sense, he spent more than 10 years in the desert in Afghanistan, where if he wasn't wearing military fatigues or something like that, he was wearing grunge. I mean, it wasn't a place that he dressed up in. And that kind of suits him. Not the grunge part, but just not dressing up. So he's going to mostly be in jeans and wine shirts or t-shirts with interesting sayings on them. Clever things. He's just not a big clothes horse. And because he made a huge amount of money when I was over there and had nothing to spend it on and invested it wisely, he's financially secure. He doesn't have to worry about anything, so he doesn't have to kowtow to people because they're clients and he needs the money.
Right.
He's doing what he wants to do because he wants to do it, not because he has to economically.
And isn't that the best way? I mean, seriously. That's what you should be doing in life, is doing what you want to do because you want to do it, not because you feel like you have to. All right.
Exactly.
So when he goes swimming, what kind of attire does he wear?
Well, that looks like about it.
Okay, so the loud, maybe Hawaiian trunks.
Yeah, and he might have a Hawaiian shirt on, but not buttoned up, just open.
Right. Okay. We can go with that. Let's find one of those.
That's pretty much it.
Let's see if we've got. Oh, that's right. I need to cancel that off. I think we can find a loud Hawaiian shirt that is open. So, let's see if we got. All right. Oh, there's that. Okay.
He's got one Hawaiian shirt in particular that he really likes. It's basically a black shirt, and it's got American flags, fireworks, and a cat.
And I'm surprised it doesn't have an eagle on it, too. Some people just have a type.
Yeah.
You just know what they're going to wear when they're wearing it. Oh, that's too straight waist. That's too long fitting. I'm trying to find where I saw it. Well, we got the one Hawaiian shirt, I guess. We can put that. I know it wouldn't be that form-fitting, but...
Yeah.
But that's the loudest black Hawaiian shirt we've got.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
And it totally doesn't match, so that's good. All right. It is Las Vegas summer. It is hotter than Hades. What is the man wearing?
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, maybe something like that? Maybe in black?
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
All right. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. That's probably his everyday look.
Right. Hey, that's cool.
Cool. All right. Actually, we should go with that. No, I think that's a complete outfit. I don't think we can change the bottoms for it. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it is. It's a full body. Okay. All right. Now it's winter time in Vegas. What's he going to be wearing?
Okay, he is going to be wearing jeans.
Okay.
And he's going to be wearing cowboy boots. And he's going to be wearing flannel,
jeans,
denim shirt,
cowboy boots, and a denim shirt.
Or flannel shirt, and a for a coat if he needs one, it's going to be a bomber jacket.
Okay. Something like that?
One other, yeah. Well, that's not exactly a bomber jacket, but close enough. One thing we learned over in Afghanistan, carried forward in Vegas, is that when the sun is out, brutally out, he wears baseball caps.
Okay.
The eye shade that they provide.
Yeah, we can do that. You can put a baseball cap on.
Large collection of baseball caps with all kinds of weird or interesting things on them.
Do that. Maybe this be better. Oh, I love the sloth. The sloth hat. I'm feeling sluggish today. There we go. That's better. All right. Now for winter. Oh, let's see if we can find a better jacket for him then. Maybe a better look. So he's a bomber jacket kind of guy. Trying to figure out if they have better. Oh, there we go. Does he? Yeah, maybe. No. No. Some of these things are just ridiculous that they put on them. You just think to yourself, no. Why would anybody? No. It just wouldn't happen. Oh my goodness. Alright. So we've got him a look for every day. We've got him a look for every season. Now, who is the other main character that we want to create to go with him?
The other main character that we want to create is Connie Sheehan.
Okay. So Connie, and how do you spell the last name?
Saeehan.
Okay, and how old is Connie?
She is about his age, between 30 and 35.
Okay, so she's still a young adult too.
Yeah.
All right, and is her voice on the low end or the high end?
She's kind of got a husky voice for a woman.
Kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's see, when Connie walks, how does she walk? Is she perky? Snooty?
Yeah. Perky.
Perky, okay. Because we have one that's also bouncy. We got perky.
Perky.
Or bouncy.
Yeah. Oh, bouncy, yeah, bouncy.
Okay, bouncy. All right. Now, what's Connie's greatest aspiration?
Connie had thought she had achieved her life's goal. She was a physician, a psychiatrist, and she was chief clinical therapist at a very exclusive a private recovery center in the mountains of southern Utah, and deals with people dealing with things like PTSD.
Mm.
And that's where they met. After he got blown up and his family was killed. So that's was her focus. She doesn't have a larger aspiration when the book starts.
Okay.
But the woman who was killed in the league leader's office in the opening scene is her paternal twin sister.
Right.
So she leaves her therapy group and says she's going to be a partner in tracking down the murderer. And it wasn't a request. It was saying this is how it's going to be. She can be very strong when she needs to be because of her background. She's normally very mild-mannered, low-key, but she has a great inner strength, and she's not afraid to show it if she needs to.
Okay, so would you say that, she's basically somebody who wants to be both book smart and handy? Somebody who's useful and smart?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is her strongest trait? Is she active, cheerful, creative, a goofball, gloomy, genius, hot-headed, romantic, self-assured, or unflirty?
Self-assured.
Okay. So kind of like him in that sense.
Yeah.
And let's see. Is she a perfectionist, a foodie, a bookworm, art lover, geek, music lover? Or maybe she's ambitious, a cat lover, the islands and the oceans things generally. Childish, clumsy, dance machine, dog lover, erratic, glutton, kleptomanic, lazy, neat, materialistic, loves the outdoors, a slob, a snob, or a vegetarian.
Okay. In her professional life, she was kind of low-key, very calm, very self-assured. But in her new role, in trying to help find this murderer, she's quite assertive and very strong-willed. And I don't know which category that fits into. But because her sister said, there's a lot of frivolity there, although that will start to come out.
Okay, so she's pretty serious. Let's see if we can find something that matches that. It's really hard to pin. Some of these just don't match, It's not a perfect fit. We'll say that she's ambitious only because she's got the ambition of finding the killer. And that's her, absorbing.
Yeah. Well, she was ambitious earlier in life when she put herself through medical school and then, moved up quickly to get this position at a very young age of being, basically the head of clinical therapy for a very exclusive recovery center.
All right, and would you say she's really smart or really creative? I mean, or more smart than creative, or more creative than smart?
She's it's hard to pick because she is smart and creative, but I would say that smart would be that'd ease out over creative just by a shred.
Okay. All right, now let's pin her look. So, as far as her hair goes, what color is it?
Okay, it is a black, dark black, glossy black, long and curly.
Okay. Something like that?
No, curly, ring curls, and just.
So more like that.
Connie Todd. More like
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she's modeled after my daughter, just have and Connie. Yeah, that, but really cool.
Okay, so let's see if we can find a even curlier look.
Yeah, when she's at work as a therapist, she pulls it back into a French braid, but when she's at work, it's more like that, yeah.
Okay.
No, not that high, not that big.
Not that crazy. Okay.
No, that's big hair.
Yeah. All right. So is that more like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here we go. For her eyes, are they bigger or smaller or?
Bigger. Bigger.
And are they deep set or are they rounded or how do they work?
They're deep set.
More like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And are the brows, are they high and thick or thin and?
Those brows look good.
Okay. And the lips are more like a bow shape or thinner or thicker?
There.
Okay. And her nose, is it upturned? Is it perky or is it, is this the right nose?
A little more, a little sharper.
Okay, so kind of sharp. Maybe more like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And the skin tone, is it as pale as we've got it or is it more coloration to it?
It's a skin tone that you might see in an Italian or Greek, a Mediterranean kind of look.
Okay, so it's kind of like an olive type.
You know, she's biracial, but not obviously.
Something like that?
Yeah.
And what color are her eyes?
There. That's it. The eye. This is important. You remember that National Geographic cover from the mid '80s of that Afghan girl with those really pale green eyes and just floating?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, if you look up National Geographic Afghan girl, you'll see the photo, but it's pale green eyes.
Kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now that we've got her face, well, I guess I should ask: is her face shape, is it rounder or is it thinner?
It's a bit more. Her face is a bit longer and less oval.
Okay. So let's see. Is it more angular?
A little bit more angle, yeah.
It's more like that?
A little more angle.
Okay, still. Let's see if we can get her thinner.
She's got a nice smile.
More like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. All right. So now for her everyday look, what does she tend to wear?
She's not as good as women's clothes, but she, as a professional, she tends to be more stylish than the lead character.
Is she the kind of woman who does pantsuits, or is she more like into skirts and dresses?
Well, when she was working as a therapist, she wore pantsuits or slacks and a blouse. She would not. She didn't favor skirts, and she didn't. She wasn't too casual. She felt that she had to dress more formally as a professional to, assert her position as a therapist. In Vegas, when she makes that transition, she's a little more casual, but it's designer casual versus Walmart casual.
Yeah. Got it. Let's see. And you said pants were her thing. So let's see if we can find some good pants to pair with this. Something like that. Maybe with, would she wear heels or would she wear flats?
She'd wear flats. She's practical. That looks like her.
Okay, awesome. Now, let's say that she is going to a formal occasion. What kind of outfit is she going to wear? Is she the kind who wears something tight and short, or long and flowy?
It would be more long and flowy.
Okay, let's find something fitting for
She
her.
has no insecurities about her look. She's a very attractive woman, and she's not insecure about that. But she doesn't feel like she needs to flaunt it either.
Okay, and what's her favorite tendency to wear a coloration for something like that?
I really don't know, but considering her complexion and her hair, that would be pretty good.
Okay. And let's put some matching heels on. Would she wear heels on this occasion, or would she still with her flats?
Yeah, on a formal occasion, she'd wear heels,
Okay.
but not extreme heels. I mean, she'd wear heels, but not.
They would be practical height, something that matched.
Yeah.
You know.
It would be fashionable without being extreme.
Let's see. All right. And would she wear her hair up or down for a formal occasion?
I think that she would pull it back, but not up. Just float back over the shoulders.
Okay.
Maybe in a long ponytail or something, but not up and formal. The closest she ever came to that was when she was in therapy with somebody, and she'd have it in kind of like a French braid.
Okay.
But for a formal activity like this, I think it'd be a little more flowing.
Okay. Let's see if we can find something that matches what you're talking about. Maybe something like that. What do you think? Or maybe not. Okay. All right. Now, let's say she's going to work out. What's she going to be wearing?
She's going to be, depending on the kind of workout, she's going to be either wearing designer sweats or designer yoga, whatever.
Okay. So she's all about the designer clothes. She is definitely not going to go anywhere without her designer look.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of who she is. Exactly.
Yeah, so she may be working out, but by golly, she's going to be looking good doing it.
Yeah, she's not going to be wearing old baggy sweats and, sweatshirt from college and stuff like that.
She may be sweating, but she's going to be sweating pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, well, everybody has their own approach to life, so... And that's part of the fun of characters, is that each one does have their own way of doing things, and, no two characters will ever behave exactly the same way. If you're doing it right.
Yes.
Let's see if we can find something that would be appropriate. I love that game too, Becky. Becky's talking about the fact she loves The Sims. I do too. Great fun. Let's see. Let's remove the ball cap. I don't think she would do a ball cap, do you?
I can't imagine her wearing hats.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that this character doesn't seem like a hats kind of girl. Maybe if she went to the Kentucky Derby, but I seriously doubt she'd be going. Doesn't seem like that type of girl either.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that outfit?
I think it's very nice.
All right. We'll stick with it then. It's the closest I could find to what you were talking about. And of course we're going to have matching shoes. Because, style.
Yeah.
Gotta have it. All right. So, let's see. It's time for bed. Is she a pajamas girl, or a nightie, or a guy's shirt, or what? What does she do for bed?
She would be wearing an oversized T-shirt.
Okay. So let's see if we can find something that...
The kind that would hit down to
Whoops.
at least as far as where her fingers are.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe something like that. Would she wear slippers or no?
No, I think she'd go barefoot. I think she'd go barefoot.
Yeah. All right, now it is party time. She is going to a cocktail party. Wow, that's a pretty interesting outfit that they chose for her.
Ooh, that's an outfit you'd see in Vegas, but not somebody who's yeah,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think that would fit her. So she's going to a cocktail party. What kind of outfit is she wearing?
She's gonna wear slacks and a really stylish blouse.
Okay, so let's give her some slacks.
Again, remember, in Vegas, everything is more casual than it is anywhere else on it.
Well, that is true. I mean, except California, maybe. California does casual all the time. So something like that, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And let's see. It's hotter than Hades. What is she wearing? Oh, no, this is swimwear. Sorry. Is she wearing a bikini or a onesie or something more covered?
I think because of her sense of professionalism, she's going to be wearing a onesie or something like that.
Okay. So maybe something like let's see. Maybe something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Easy peasy. Would she wear anything on her feet? Slippers or?
In Vegas, survival mechanism, you got to have flip-flops or sandals or something because the concrete's 200 degrees.
Yeah, I hear that. It's kind of the same here in Texas. If you're not protecting your feet, you will wish you had.
Yes.
You could fry an egg on our sidewalks. I've done it. All right, so it is hotter Hades. It's not swimwear time. What's she wearing?
Well, she's going to wear something comfortable and casual, but not going to be from the bargain basement.
Okay, so would she wear pants or would she wear a little sundress or what do you think?
Either a sundress or what, I don't know what that outfit she's wearing there now it's called.
It's a jumpsuit, basically.
Something like that.
Let's see, maybe with a better color. What about that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's get her some shoes that are look good with that. There we go. Maybe something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Got one more look to worry about, and that is her cold weather look. Is she the kind of person who bundles up tight, or does she just go with basically a hoodie and...
Again, it's going to depend. When she was working in southern Utah, in the mountains, her treatment center called the Retreat was located on Snow Canyon Road. So she was used to cold winter weather and snow. But in Vegas, she would be much more casual because you don't need it.
Right. Yeah, not as much as that.
Yeah, cold here is 40 degrees. So, yeah, you don't need that.
So maybe something like that?
Yeah.
And maybe some boots?
Yeah. Some boots, yes.
Fashionable boots?
Fashionable boots. You don't need them for... I've lived here for going on 30 years, and I've never seen snow.
Yeah.
On the other side of the valley, there's been snow maybe 4 or 5 times since I've been here, but not enough.
All right, and let's see. Would you have her wearing a hat or no hat?
No hat.
Okay. Let's see. All right, that is her look and that is her personality. And let's create the detective studio for our hero, because that is where they do a lot of their work, isn't it?
Yes.
So a lot of the scenes take place in the detective studio. So tell me about the detective studio. Is a single building, or is it got an upstairs and a downstairs and it's multiple buildings?
Okay, that's a good question. It's in an old, like the historical registry old for Vegas. It's not all that old, but it's old for Vegas. 7-story office building near downtown that has been converted to 5 stories, so the 2 levels in there could be loft style condo. The office does not have a high ceiling, but he again, this guy's got enough intelligence. So he has his office look like something out of a film noir detective, Sam Spade or Philip Marlowe, something from the 30s or 40s. Dark wood, the frosted glass separating the inner office from the outer office from the corridor.
Okay. All right.
Like
so I'm going to pause for a moment. What season does this start in? Is it spring, summer, fall, or winter?
The story starts on April 1st.
Okay, so spring.
Yeah.
Good deal. And where are they located? Are they in a big city or a small suburb or a small town?
It's in Las Vegas.
Okay, so Las Vegas it is.
And it's in the city, not on the strip, not in the suburbs. It's in the old city. The building has some tenants in it that are only attorneys and accountants and stuff like that. People want to be near the courthouse or the municipal building.
Okay. So let's see. We will pick. I'm trying to figure out which desert environment to pick that would better reflect what you got going on.
Okay, now in downtown Las Vegas, it doesn't really look desert. Everything's developed. There's trees and grass and stuff.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I've been to Vegas a couple of times, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you still have a desert all over the place, but this is the old build-up area.
Okay.
And the original city.
Trying to get something that's close to what they've got.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? We'll go with this, not because it really, really fits, but because it's as close as we're gonna get.
Okay.
So, alright. And I'm gonna pick this one, this big lot here. And we'll pick it unfurnished. Doing good, Dot. Doing good. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Bear. Appreciate having you in chat. Alrighty, and we're gonna build this. You said it's a 7-story building? We can't go 7 stories, I don't think.
7-story building, yeah, and it's kind of just a blockish, office building. But the top floor has been rebuilt as a condo, and that's where he lives.
Okay, so he lives on the top floor and he works on the bottom?
No, he works on the 1 floor down.
Okay, so he works 1 floor down from where he lives.
The ground floor has got Starbucks and Italian pizza place and other kind of retail things, and then the second and third floor are office space for other people rent. And then he's got the 4th floor as his office area, and then the 5th floor is actually 2 stories high, and it's the loft area.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna get rid of what's on the lot already. Because we will build square from there. Yes, Ubi, I am exceptional at leading you into trouble.
Okay.
Yeah,
and the roof of the building is flat, and he uses it as a recreation area and entertaining. And there's a pool on the roof, but it's basically just an area where they got a lot of misties and stuff like that, so you could be outdoors in summer, and it's where he would do entertaining.
So it's just basically a big rectangle of an office building. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Give it as many floors as it'll let us. And then the top is used for entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an outdoor patio and bar. There's a pool and a tennis court.
Okay, so it's got a pool, it's got a tennis court. We can hang with that. And you said it's decorated in the wood and basically the dark wood.
The office, decor the building is all stone and stucco or something like that.
Okay, stone and stucco. Got it.
Yeah, but the office itself is trimmed in like dark wood and the frosted glass, and just has that ambiance of the office Sam Spade or Philip Marlowe or Mike Hammer might have had. And that's part of his indulgence. He just wanted to do it. So
yeah, because he's not financially hurting. He's not needing the money. It's not something he does because he has to.
He was for most of his time over in the desert, he was making more than $1 million a year. Had nothing to spend it on. Sent it to his accountant, who invested it. Actually, the building was one of the investments years before he moved into it. And he's got this. He's got an airplane. He's basically, when everything was taken from him, he kind of got lost for a bit and indulged himself in whatever he wanted material. And it didn't help him get over the pain, but
right, because it never does. I mean, you can't replace the people you lost with stuff.
If it's something that just requires money, then he did it. His tech guy needed a computer, so he went out and bought that Macintosh that's like $58,000.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible computer. Why? Did he need it? Who knows? Get the best. He has his phone, a cell phone. His office phone is made to look like one of those old candlestick phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just small indulgences that really didn't have any meaning, but he was just looking to heal the pain.
Exactly.
And he didn't care what it was. He was just going to indulge in it. Yeah.
And he's got, like, one of the investments his accountants made was to buy him a winery in the Napa Valley. If somebody's in trouble and needs to be hidden out, he takes them there because the shell companies, nobody knows he owns it.
Gotcha.
So they disappear.
Yeah.
He didn't set out to go have a winery or anything like that, but it was an investment. It's a good investment. He made the money on it.
All right. And so the exterior of this building is really just stucco and glass, basically. Is that right?
Not in black, and kind of a off-white.
No, I mean glass. Is there a lot of glass in it, or is it?
Oh no, it's too old to be a lot of glass. Kind of like the buildings in the background that have all the windows.
Mm-hmm.
Just that kind of style. Just an old office building from the 40s.
Okay, so more of an industrial look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Okay.
It's just a building that looks like a building.
There's no personality to it.
No personality.
They didn't bother with personality because, hey, who needs one of those?
Yeah. The only personality it has is that it's located on the corner of 7th and Carson. But if the streets had been numbered in both directions, it would be 7 and 11. So it's the 7-11.
Yeah.
And in Vegas, of course,
That's a lucky number.
yeah.
The only thing better would be double sevens. Or triple sevens, I should say.
And from the upper story, from the penthouse story, or from the roof, you get a really good view of the strip.
Yeah.
And that has a story attached to it, because early in the story he's awakened by a loud sound that reminds him of Afghanistan and suicide bombs. You know, he kicks in and has to fight it off, and a terrorist is just put a bomb at an under construction casino.
Gotcha.
And again, as the terrorist is after him, just creating a little confusion in the background, so the police won't be looking too closely when he comes later in the day to shoot the guy.
Right.
So.
Alright. Getting close to having the outside of this building finished. Does it have a back door, the building?
Actually, it has a 3-story garage attached to the back of the building.
Gotcha. We could do that, maybe. I mean, there's not that we have cars in this building, but in this version, but
parking is always a challenge in Vegas.
Oh, that's true. Having been to Vegas, I can testify to this statement.
Yes. So the building has a 3-story attached garage for the tenants, and then, not obviously, because he doesn't know the garage, so he put in a small garage in the basement. And you go down to it and into the building. It's only for him and his people, his staff.
So, okay. So there is actually a basement, too.
There's a basement, and most of it is gun range. And, but, everybody else would park in the parking garage, and there's actually seen in the parking garage early in the story.
Okay. Alright. Let's create that.
Not that it matters, but the garage is on the west side of the building, and it's faced 6th Street, or it's the building front from 7th Street.
Okay.
And that's just, it's basically to say this building and the garage take up a whole, 1/2 of the block.
Yeah. But it's okay. We'll just fake it the flank, because, that's what we do. We fake it till we make it here.
There you go.
Because, reasons. Okay. This is the closest we can get to doing something like a parking garage. So I'm just making it basically so many openings. Stupid, ridiculous, but that's okay. We do the best we can with what we got. That's life. So he's got this lady that he's trying to find the guy who killed her with the help of the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And they're chasing down. Does he figure out why the guy is after him?
Eventually. But at first he doesn't even know that the guy's after him. He assumes that the woman was the target, since she came in and said, "You got to help me, somebody's trying to kill me."
Oh, yeah.
And,
well, that would be a natural assumption. you know?
And in this case, it would be wrong, because it's a natural assumption, and that's what I want him and the readers to think.
Yeah. Well, that's what kills us, right? Is our assumptions?
Yeah.
It's not the truth that kills us. It's the assumptions we make about what the truth happens to be.
Yes. Now, I find it fascinating that in this setting that you've got, there is a sailboat next to the building in the middle of the desert.
Yes. It is rather hilarious. But, you know, we do what we can.
Yeah.
But I've actually lived in a desert area and people did have sailboats. And I was like, what is the point of that? Why do you have these things? You know, it probably costs you more to bring that thing with you than it would to rent one when you got there.
Exactly. The world's largest man-made lake is Lake Mead. It's just 20, maybe 30 miles from Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But a boat that big, I think you'd want to keep in the water.
You would think so. Plus, there's like maintenance and stuff that has to be done. It's just, why would you want to like do that to yourself? I don't really get it. But then again, I'm not required to get it, and I certainly don't have the kind of money that I would want to spend to waste that. Just don't. All right, we're gonna do that just to make more sense. Sort of a logic thing, not really an aesthetic thing. Give it side exits. Whoop. We'll build the basement in a moment. But yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, I know. It's like, wow, what happened to it? No, I just brought the levels down so I could see what was happening on each floor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. If we had the money to buy a sailboat, we could afford a lot of gaming computer setups. And that would be a lot better for us, because we don't sail, but we do game.
Yeah.
And if anybody is looking for a worthy cause to contribute to, buying me a gaming rig would in fact be that worthy cause. Alright, so inside of the first floor, when you come into the building, is his office, I know his office is upstairs, on the, which floor?
Like the ground floor is basically retail. There'll be a local coffee shop, like a Starbucks.
Okay.
There'll be an Italian place that has pizza. There'll be other people that are, you know, providing retail services. And then the second and third floors are offices for tenants.
We've got a Starbucks, we've got an Italian food place, we've got a couple of shops there.
Yeah, now this part of downtown Las Vegas is called the Arts District.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fairly vibrant art community there. So it could be a gallery or something. I haven't really gone into it that much, but I located it in the Arts District because I thought that there might be something I could do with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So I'll put some doors to those shops. And then we'll put the stair in there. Because it won't help to have a second floor if they can't get to it. I find that in my experience anyway, it's sort of pointless to have a second floor you can't get to. Okay. Put one there. Okay, and so... And then the offices are basically on that second floor. It's just...
The offices for tenants.
Mhm.
You know, the kind of people that have been in the building, in buildings like it for years. These would be attorneys,
Right.
these would be professionals, accountants, stuff like that. But the downtown location is near the courthouse and near you know, the very county buildings and the corporate headquarters. So the people that would deal with those kinds of audiences, it wouldn't be like a medical office building. Dimensionally, it could be, but it's not, because that's not you know, people don't go downtown for medical stuff.
Not usually, no.
And basically, that's because I wanted to have a larger building than just, you know, a ground floor or story building. So that there's no reason to need the other floors other than I wanted a bigger building. So, you know, you go there. Well, you know, attorneys and you know, legal transcription services and whatever. Anybody that needs to be down there for specific business reasons.
Yeah.
Now, there's some things that could be there that aren't, because they don't fit with my character's ideas of what would be there. It seems like almost every corner now in Vegas, they have another, what they call dispensary, which is
Oh yeah,
where you
no,
go
I
to
get it.
get legal marijuana for
Uh-huh.
medical or recreational purposes.
Yeah.
And you know, they're not there. And no strip malls. There are strip clubs and strip malls in this town. There's strip clubs everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, there's
Well, you
one
know, they
next
don't
door.
call it Sin City for nothing.
Yeah,
Gotta live up to your
exactly.
reputation.
Exactly.
You can't let an opportunity go by. I mean, not that that's the kind of opportunity you would normally want to take, but hey. Just pretend the windows matter. Alright, now put doors on those. It's not that he's going to use them necessarily, but... Alright. And then we'll put him on the third floor and his apartment on the fourth. These are regular office doors, so give them... There we go. I need to put the walls down so I can actually see where I'm placing things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Sure, no problem. Hey, Lucius, welcome back. Welcome back. We are just building out the office building where our friend here, Barry Job, happens to make his residence and his office the detective agency that he runs.
And I'm back.
Awesome.
Oh, the building's coming along very nice.
Yeah, it's amazing how I love the fact that when you're playing The Sims, it's really easy to sketch out design ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all you need is a good solid concept and it's not hard to put together. That's one of its greatest strengths, is how easy it is to put together a concept. Or erase a mistake if you make one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree, Lucius. If only building houses in real life were so easy, he could convert his garage to a steam room. Steam room? That's a totally different kind of room. A stream room in an afternoon. Maybe you should get hire what's the guys from Property Brothers to come and do it. That's it. Yeah. All right, and then you said he lives on basically the top floor, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so since we only have 4 floors, his room will be next. All right. Go upstairs. And does he live on the right or the left-hand side of the building?
On the right.
Alrighty. Right it is. And what size is his? Is it a flat, or is it truly a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom? What size is the apartment?
Okay, it's the entire top floor.
Aha!
It's divided into roughly 2/3 of it is his condo, and roughly the other third is his idea of a guest bedroom, which is a 4,000 square foot condo for if there's any guests. And upstairs there's the in that area there's the home gym and the media room and stuff like that. It's just indulgence for indulgence's sake, but it's everything that he wants. It's completely self-contained as far as how he does it. And when Connie decides to step in after the murder of her sister and become part of the investigation, he installs her in the guest room, which is, as I said, a 4,000 square foot condo.
Yeah. So
But
it's got a couple of rooms in it. Not anything big, but just a few places to hang out.
Yes, exactly. And and they're completely separate. Like, she would have total privacy, but there's a common room where the elevator comes up, and then there's also part of the common area is the gymnasium, the workout area, which is as nice as the nicest gyms you'd find for the things that he would have.
Because he can afford it, and why not?
Yeah, right. And the room itself is actually the loft, so it's got the big windows facing south, and the high ceilings and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just because, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Because he's got the money to throw at the problems, and so he's going to.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So up top we have the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if this doesn't ruin the things below. Hopefully
It will.
Ah, okay. Yeah, my husband says below. Sure.
You need to make sure to clear out anything in that floor below it.
Can't do that. All right. So we're not gonna put a pool in there. We're gonna pretend like we did, but we're not going to.
Yeah, let's pretend it's a pool, tennis court, bar, wet bar
Stick it over
cabanas.
that other part that doesn't go all the way up.
Actually, you know what? That's what we could do because we don't care about this. So we'll put the pool up. We'll put a level on the parking garage that doesn't actually exist, and then we'll put the pool over on that side, where it's not going to interfere with the other apartment. It's going to just be the top floor. And the whole purpose of it is to put the pool here. That's what we'll do. For every problem, there is a solution. You simply need to look for it. Yeah. There we go. Maybe one more square. Oops. Nope. Shouldn't have done that. Okay. Yeah, perfect. I've got a little bit of room to give it one more square. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we weren't destroying anything that we didn't want to destroy. All right.
Now that's over the garage, right?
Yeah, technically.
That's brilliant. Much better than I had planned. Because obviously you have to reinforce the whole building to have a pool on the roof, but if it's over the garage, it's already reinforced.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I do like playing around with The Sims when I'm trying to visualize what the setting is because it helps me to think out the things that would be necessary and how we could solve those problems. And then, then I can describe it with greater accuracy. See if we've got a tennis court in here. Well, we've got an ice rink, roller rink. I guess we could put that up there. Why the heck not? Doesn't look like that. Well, they got a basketball. There we go. We'll put one of those. Shoot some hoops every once in a while. Let's see. Yeah. You can tell I know nothing about basketball, really. But it's okay. Let's see. I'm sure there's like a volleyball net, which we could come as close as we can get, probably. Oop, no, that's too large for the roof. Well, we'll just say that that's the tennis court. It's obviously not, but heck, why not? Let's see if there's anything else we could add in there. And you said down below in the condo is where the gym is, like the common workspace, right?
Yeah. The gym's in the condo.
Yeah. So we'll give him a couple of those. Don't you wish it was as easy as typing in a word and you could have 50,000 simoleons added to your pocketbook?
Yeah.
The right word and boom, there it is. Alright. Alright, let's see. Now, what else is in the common area for his little condominium?
The common area's got the elevator and kind of a casual living room environment.
Okay.
And then doors into each condo and into the gym on 3 times.
Okay, so the gym is actually blocked off with a wall, is that correct?
Yeah, it's blocked off. And now with the garage being built up to the full height of the building with the pool, it doesn't have any outside windows. But doesn't mean it. I mean, people go outside when they go to a gym.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like you're going there for the scenic view. Unless the scenic view happens to be a feminine view of her hind end.
Yeah.
So, you know, then maybe.
Yes.
Maybe that's the kind of view you're looking for, but.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, okay. And what kind of coloring in the decor is it like? Does he have a color scheme? Did he hire a decorator? Did he put it together himself?
You know, I don't really know. I hate to admit it, but I don't really know.
It's okay. It's okay.
But you know, open an area and kind of, again, he created the room there to be a loft because he wanted that kind of looks from the you know, film noir era where people would live in loft apartments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's got kind of an industrial look to it.
Okay, so kind of an industrial look, not really a comfortable look.
Right.
Okay. That says a lot right there. About what he wants and how he thinks. Oops. And I'm assuming he has the biggest TV that money could buy.
At least.
Because, darling, we must. Here we go. We're going to move that window because it happens to be getting in the way of the TV. And, you know, TV is more important than window. Even though it ruins the aesthetic of the building. Actually, you know what? No, we'll move the couches. That'll be the better move. Alright, so let's give it something industrial, very industrial. Just screams, basically. Maybe a little bit. Maybe there we go. And does he have a fireplace at all? I mean, it's Vegas. I doubt it's necessary.
Yeah, I think you would probably have a fireplace in there somewhere.
Okay. We can put one in. Again, an industrial style, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, not a homey fireplace, but
Something practical and...
Yeah.
That's what it would be. There we go. Coffee table, that's probably... Yeah. Let's give him a very... Oh, I like that. Okay, so in her condominium, whoop, the small portion of the loft. Let's see.
Okay.
What all does she have? Does she have just the one bedroom and then a kitchenette and a bathroom, or how's it laid out?
It's 4,000 square feet. It's a pretty big area.
Right.
Two bedrooms, kitchen,
Okay.
eating area, kind of great room with a, like some electronics and stuff like that, and a great view.
Because the view is always important. Okay. Oops. Not the one I wanted. We've got the kitchen. Is it an open concept home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both of them are pretty open concept. That's kind of what lofts are like. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's actually a joke because virtually every real estate show that you listen to, is like, let's do open concept. It's like, yeah, okay. You're original. I joke that if you watch those shows, you should play the open concept drinking game, where you take a shot every time they say the word open concept. But then I said, well, you might just pass out from alcohol poisoning before the show is over.
Yeah.
And that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
No, but it's definite risk. Definite risk.
Yeah, when I was younger, I wanted to go into career in architecture, and but I had this problem with math. An architect that's bad at math is an architect that's going to either have their pants suit off of them, or they're going to kill somebody. And I decided that neither one was a really good option for me, because prison orange is not a good look for me, for the record. If anybody's shopping for me, definitely do not do the prison orange. It is not my look. And so yeah. And plus, being sued is never fun. At least not for the person being sued.
Got it.
So might be fun for the person suing, I don't know. Alright. Let's see. I'm guessing we're gonna have upper end appliances. The best of the best of the best, sir. Alright. The industrial coffee maker, because dang. Some days just require coffee. Alright. And let's see. I'm guessing that the best beds are in order. What kind of style? Well, maybe the industrial. See if they have a good industrial one that has what they would require. Probably not. I guess that would work. We need to put lights in there because heaven to Bitsy, they need to see. It might make you feel like you're under interrogation, but it will be effective. Ubi says, put my coffee tap right next to the whiskey pot. Or what? Put my coffee pot right next to the whiskey tap. One or the other will fix the problem. You'll either be more awake or you'll be more not awake.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people prefer not being awake. All right. So, is there romance between our two people there, or is there just friendship?
There will be a romance, but the relationship starts out fairly tense because Connie referred her sister to the detective to help her out, and she winds up getting killed. And while it's not his fault, she kind of puts some blame there that she has to work with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard
Right.
to recognize that, you know, life doesn't always go according to plan.
Exactly. But eventually there will be a romance.
I like those. But, you know, my romance didn't start out the best. You can ask Ubi. I gave him 7 scars on his right hand the first day I met him.
You gave him what?
7 scars on his right hand the first day I met him. And it wasn't even on purpose. I will clarify, it was not on purpose. Not that that makes it better, but it wasn't on purpose. He was standing on the band platform. It was early morning, and everybody in school that had orchestra or band gathered at the band hall. And he had friends who were in band, so that's where he was. And so that day was the first day I met him, and he was telling jokes, and they were funny jokes, but they were inappropriate jokes for mixed company. And my habit at the time, when a gentleman was not being a gentleman, was to smack him to let him know that he was not being appropriate. And I smacked him, and he lost balance and fell off the band platform onto broken glass. So yeah.
Wow.
I did not know that I had done that damage until years later. Now, fortunately for me, instead of, you know, being like, dang, that girl's psycho, I need to get away from her, he had a penchant for punishment, and actually already had a crush on me, and I didn't know it. He just thought I was in out of his league, and I didn't even know I was playing in a league. So, yeah, he had already been interested in me. He just thought I would never be interested in him. So.
Well, I guess you showed him.
Well, you could say that I just made a lasting impression, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you're gonna do something that's gonna grab somebody's attention, make sure it's a lasting impression you make. My husband says you could call it marking your territory. Well, that is true. I could call it that, but yeah. And it might even be accurate because, you know.
Too funny.
Mother. My mother. She doth insist on calling too much. I will miss her when she's gone. But my aim is improving. Just kidding. I do love my mom. I just wish she wouldn't call so often. I'm sure there are some people who wish their mom could. But, you know. Alright. Let's give her the best of the best of the best also. There we go. Alright. That's a pretty decent look.
Yeah.
Come over here and now get his apartment going on. Whoops. Get control of my camera. It likes to dip sometimes. When it thinks you're out of the way. Okay. So does his condo have 2 bedrooms also, or is it he's just got 1 bedroom?
Just one.
Okay. But it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one. And being a loft, I was thinking it might be like on the 2nd level of the loft. Kind of suspended that over the room below.
Well, he might have a balcony then. Maybe we can make him one of those. We'll just make him a small balcony. Really small. Because you have to have supports in this game to be able to do a bigger balcony. But, give him... No, I don't want that. Thank you. Let's see. He's got money. So would he be a marble or a glass and industrial steel kind of person?
The whole industrial vibe would be there.
Gotcha. Let's see if we got something. Aha, yes. That will do nicely. In fact, we'll go. And we'll put a half rail around the top too. Something that matches this. You can tell a lot about a person by the way that they build their selves out, furnish themselves, I guess is what you would say. There we go. I like it. Okay. Now back to his regularly scheduled program. So he's got that whole room there. And then what all does he have in his condo?
Media center, hobby room.
Give him some glass double doors.
Maybe a library.
Yes, he would be a library person. I can see that. Would those be separate areas, like walled off, or would this be part of the open concept area?
The hobby room would be walled off. The library would be part of the open area.
Okay. Now, let's go in. Give him what he needs. Massive bookshelf. Appropriate. Industrial, though. Definitely. Oh my goodness, people are being silly in chat. Let's see. Ubi says, your impression of our dad jokes will change if you scroll back in the chat. There have been some truly awful ones. And then Lucius goes, grandfather has the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban from the zoo. Oops. And Dot says, and then tiger poop. And oh, that's a story for the campfire. And Ubi says, it's a 5-minute walk from my house to the bar. It's a 35-minute walk from the bar to my house. The difference is staggering. Oh my goodness. Silliness. And let's see. And Becky says, you're drunk, go home. And Lucia says, went to a nightclub that was full of orcs, trolls, and beasts. It was Mordor on the dance floor. Yeah, see? You see what I live with? Oh my goodness. Dad jokes abound. You know, it's not going to be Father's Day. It's going to be Dad Joke Day. That's what it is. Just get a book of dad jokes. Dad jokes all around. There we go. That's a good corner for that library. And then he has his own little TV set. I guess that is the best. So how long have you been working on this story there, Ned?
Well, I started it in January of 17. My wife fell and broke her back in 2000 for 5 weeks, and I needed something to do. So I took a master class on fiction writing and started working on the story.
Very nice.
But it really, the origin of it went back to the 1980s. It evolved quite a bit, but I kept starting with this war correspondent in some dramatic scene in where he was being a war correspondent.
Mm-hmm.
And because time went on, first it was the Beirut Marine Barracks bombing, then it was the Panama invasion, then it was Gulf War I, and then it was Gulf War II, the sequel, and I kind of decided not to tie it to any historical act, but just to make it Afghanistan, because that, as far as I can tell, that's going to go on forever.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's hard when you're trying to tie it to real historical events because life changes so quickly.
Exactly.
That the relevance of it.
Years ago, I was working on another book. I called it, with great creativity, the draft was called Novel 1998. That's when I started it. And on 9/11, I get a call from a friend telling me that she wasn't going to be able to fly in for a meeting because the flights were grounded. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, turn on the TV. So I did, and I thought, and I realized immediately that when I was working on it for 3 years, it was going nowhere because the triggering action in that novel was an airliner owned by Arabs attacked a major city and killed 4,000 people. And it sounds really derivative. Now, it wasn't. It was an old DC-3 airliner, a twin-engine propeller job that was owned by Iraqi Air Force officers, and the city of Tel Aviv. But it just was so close. That's enough. I'm just putting it aside and never going back to it. But this one I've had a passion on for a long time, and I'm looking forward to finally getting it done right.
Yeah, there are some projects that you have that just need the right time to stew before you're ready to put them out there. I have one like that. It's been
That's exactly it.
a work in progress for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because I think some of your babies just need more time to grow up.
Yeah. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I realize that the earlier drafts were just kind of shallow and one-dimensional compared to what they could be.
Right. Yeah. Well, I one of the plots that I have been working on as my work in progress is it's the premise is, imagine if the military decided to invest their money in bringing book characters to life using advanced 3D printing, because they wanted to create soldiers that would be untrackable, untraceable, and come pre-built with skills that you couldn't find elsewhere. So that's they invested the money in that. It actually worked. They brought a book character to life, but then imagine if that book character wasn't exactly thrilled with being brought to life, because from his perspective, he's been ripped out of the world that he knew and was prepared to live in, so his skills aren't really applicable to the new world. The woman that he loves, he can't ever reunite with her because they can't recreate her since she had special abilities. So he's angry about that. He doesn't know where to fit in this new world, and so he's just angry about the whole thing, angry about his life in general, and decides to go take revenge on the author who created him because, that's a target he blames for having been responsible for all of his problems anyway.
Okay.
And that is the premise of that book.
Well, that's an interesting premise, and I haven't seen it very often.
Yeah.
Although late in his career, Heinlein did a couple of books where people were like time traveling or dimension traveling and wound up interacting with people who were literally fictional characters.
Yeah.
From his earlier books, but they were real in that universe.
Right.
Yeah, it's an idea that like time travel is out there, but it's not been done well or often, and it sounds intriguing the way you're looking at dealing with it.
Yeah, well, it's not so much time travel. I mean, it's literally, a fictional world that this character has lived in. And, when I sat down and thought about what the problems would be for somebody being brought out of a book, right? They're written for a specific world. Their skill sets are honed for that world. They're not honed for our world. And then you bring them into our world and you expect them to live here. And they're going to be a fish out of water. And how angry would you be if your whole life, and then to make it worse, part of it too is that his last memories are of being tortured to death. To protect the woman that he loved, he gave himself over to being tortured to death. And then he finds out that none of that was real, that every sacrifice he made was not a real thing. It was, so he's got all this built up resentment over his whole story.
Yeah.
He can't get back to where he came from because it doesn't really exist. And even if it did, he wouldn't be able to get back there because he would have changed. Right? So it's kind of like maybe a little bit of the Wizard of Oz type thing, but Dorothy can't go back home.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, so, but that's what I'm working on with him, with that character set. And what he doesn't realize is, from the reason he goes after the author is that he reads his own story and he's like, this guy is a demented guy. He's done horrible things to me and to the woman that I love. And he deserves to die. There's no justification for what he's done. And what he doesn't realize until he meets the author is that the author didn't do that, didn't let him die in place of the woman that he loved out of spite. By his own point of view, he was giving him a gift that he himself had been denied. Because his wife died of cancer, and the chemotherapy was like torture. It was like watching her being tortured and there was nothing he could do to stop it or to intervene with it. He felt powerless and helpless, and so when she did die, he decided he was going to give the gift to his character that he did not get himself.
Yeah. It's an interesting story you've got there.
Yeah, and so that is when they finally meet. You know, the book character's first comment is, "I'm going to take from you everything that you ever loved, just like you took it from me." And of course, the author's like starts laughing, and he's mad, so he knocks him out. But when the guy comes to, he's like, "You don't understand. Everything that I love is already gone." You know, he hasn't understood why he's lived. You know, up until now, the author's had really no purpose for his life, and he's been frustrated and upset because the one person that he loved more than anything else in the world is gone, and there's nothing he can do to get her back. So obviously he understands the pain of the book character, but he doesn't understand the purpose of his pain. And so it isn't until this encounter that the two of them work together and figure it out. But of course, by the time there's about to start to show a hint of the happily ever after, the military comes to claim their property. Because, hey, they're not going to let their property get away. Mm-hmm. Well, from their point of view, this is just a book character. You know, this is not a real person. This is just a piece of material. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize it was already 6 o'clock. My writers group starts in 3 minutes. Ned, it has been a pleasure. If anybody wants to hop into the Zoom, I'm going to post the link in there. We'll do the writers group online. I'll switch over there in just a minute. And I'm going to save these characters, but I'll pop that. If anybody wants to join us in there, we're just going to chat writing and all that good stuff.
Gonna go do that one offline?
Oops. Yeah, I am. And so it has been a pleasure, Ned. Matter of fact, it was so much fun I lost track of time.
Okay.
But
we have to do it again?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to have to, because now that we've built out the place, we're going to have to actually go play the game. So
okay.
With all the effort that we put in here. But I'm going to save this as, what was the title that you had given it? Murder?
Murder on Camera. Death live at 11.
Okay. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to save that. And I will share it out to the community later when I get back from the writers group meeting. So that anybody who wanted to play with this could actually do so, could download it to their game and play. And again, thank you. It's been a pleasure. I did put the link in the chat if you guys wanted to. Oh, I forgot. It's the wrong link, actually, because we need not the S, but the J. Sorry, give me just a minute. With Zoom, if you see an S there, that is the person who is hosting their link. You need the J to be able to join. My bad. Okay, let me